What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boy, do I got some good drama for you guys today. Yes, indeed. Modern Warfare 3 the other day got absolutely destroyed, roasted. And when I tell you emotions and feelings were hurt across the board, let me tell you, they were really hurt across the board. But of course, before we go ahead and dive deep into all of this, I guess fun drama, whatever you want to, look at it as. Don't forget, if you guys do enjoy, subscribe, hit that bell. We try to post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern time, and we try to talk about all different types of FPSs, but we mostly focus on COD here. Sometimes we dabble in X-Defiant, and used to talk about Battlefield, but we kind of fell off of Battlefield as the game kind of progressed. But hopefully we'll be back with the next Battlefield game as well. But of course, if you're interested in any of that stuff, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell. And last but not least, if you do want to catch any of my live streams, we do that over on Kick. We don't stream on Sundays, but we'll be back on Monday. But of course, if you guys do want to see that, I have a link to that channel as well as all my other socials down in the description of this video. And that stream usually goes live around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern time. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, for those who don't know already, basically the Game Awards was the other day. And believe it or not, I think this is the first time, maybe even ever, that Call of Duty was not nominated for an award. This is actually pretty big news because every single year Call of Duty gets, everything. All the love, all the awards, all the spotlight, I should say. While everything else gets absolutely crapped on. For the first time, though, they've been kind of put in their place, and honestly, it's good. I really am happy about this because, Activision needs a taste of their own medicine. They're pumping out these games at such a pace that, yes, honestly, it's about time they aren't awarded anything for the crap that they keep spewing out. But, a little bit further into this, oh man, it's a juicy one. Christopher Judge, basically, for anybody who doesn't know him, he's one of the lead actors in God of War. He went out, during the award show and said that my speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. Just basically, just absolutely taking shots. And of course, it wasn't supposed to be anything serious. He's not trying to be an absolute ass, He's just having fun with it. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and showcase the footage for you guys just so you can see it with your own eyes, and then we'll further discuss.
I'm going to stick to the script. No 8-minute speech like last year. But fun fact, my speech was actually longer than this year's Call of Duty campaign. What?
But ladies and gentlemen, right after this occurred, as you can see here from Charlie Intel, several current and former Call of Duty developers have also called out Christopher Judge for his comments at the Game Awards, saying Modern Warfare 3 probably destroys all God of War games combined in sales player metrics. God, it just escalates and escalates. And then, as you can see here as well, just, a little bit more fine details. This is actually the voice actor, obviously, for Price. The Captain Price actor calls Christopher Judge a clown after his comment last night about the Modern Warfare 3 campaign length. And, he said, that Christopher Judge guy writes all of his own material, I hear. Talented, clown. Man, is it just me? Or are all these, developers and also, actors for Call of Duty taking this way too serious? Like I said, I wanted to showcase the clip for a reason, because if I didn't showcase the clip, seeing all the responses from the developers and the actors will make it seem like, Christopher's being kind of an ass, but in reality, he really was just poking fun at the scenario that Activision is pumping out these games at such a ridiculous rate, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, just to milk the name of this game instead of making quality products. That's all. And yes, it is rough. I get it. I get where they come from, where, poking fun at something of this sort is, a little, weird, I guess I should say. I was trying to think of a good word, but weird is going to be what we settle on. But, you have to understand, this game was put through absolute crunch time. The developers didn't even know if it was going to be a DLC or if it was going to be a full-fledged out project that is scrapped together basically with a year and a little bit more, which is horrible, horrifying for a development cycle for a full-fledged out game. The developers went through actual development hell, like not just saying the quote, not saying the saying. They really went through development hell. But like I said, at the end of the day, the developers need to understand that they need to be pointing the fingers at their bosses as well. I don't understand why they're so quick to jump on this and defend it. I mean, honestly, I shouldn't say that because I do understand they're trying to defend their fellow coworkers, right? Not management, not Activision. They're just trying to defend the people who worked on the game because it does suck, having to be put through that. And they're passionate developers. They love what they do. They enjoy making games. And then to have someone come out and poke and tease you at the Game Awards, especially when your game didn't even get nominated, and knowing you didn't have any time to actually put something really solid together, it kind of does suck. But they should be taking this exposure and further pushing it at Activision so we can get real changes, so developers don't have to go through things like this, so the community doesn't have to suffer through horrible decisions. And again, Activision is going to be long gone. Bobby Kotick is going to be gone in January, so, I guess they are gone and Microsoft is in charge, but still, stuff like Modern Warfare 3, the campaign, and the development cycle should never happen in a AAA game like Call of Duty. And if it does happen like this, and it is DLC, it should be planned way ahead. The developers shouldn't be guessing back and forth throughout the whole year if it's DLC or a full game. It's going to make it just an unpolished vision. Horrifying. A disaster. But again, the developers and all these other people shouldn't be taking this spotlight and defending their fellow coworkers and making it seem like nothing's wrong. And, further defending basically Microsoft and Activision, even though they might not think they are. That's basically the direction they're pushing by doing what they're doing. They should be just letting it happen, letting it flow. You could just tell by the reaction of the audience that pretty much everybody across the board pretty much has a similar opinion that, this campaign might not be one of the best campaigns out of the Call of Duty franchise, if we're going to be real here. The audience was cracking up. It's pretty well known now that this campaign was not up to par. So accept it. And keep doing what you're doing. You guys are already doing a fantastic job. Well, I shouldn't say you guys because the people who are making, statements about the Game Awards weren't directly from Sledgehammer. Some of them might have been, but it was pretty much all the development teams across the board. People were just coming out and saying, what they want to say about the whole situation. But back to what I was saying, Sledgehammer's doing a great job at, working with multiplayer, listening to the community, making sure everything is fixed up, polished. Multiplayer, honestly, this is probably the best launched multiplayer we've had in a long time because usually Warzone gets hyper-focused. But, I've been really enjoying what there is to play. And it seems that Sledgehammer is dedicated to making sure the community is happy. And they should just keep pushing with that. It is what it is. The campaign happened. Activision screwed them. It is what it is. But they can keep pumping, doing their thing, staying silent, and let the backlash hit where it hurts on Activision. They just have to understand and just rub it off their shoulders. It's kind of like working in retail. You know what I'm saying? You got to build up that tolerance to people and understand when they're coming in angry and they're coming in pissed, it's not directly at you. The anger is obviously directed at you because you're the person that has to help them. But in all reality, it's the business, it's the corporation, it's the people that they're coming from that did business with them, so on and so forth. Maybe it was you if you're being asked them. But at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, it's because of a product being wrong or something being messed up or, whatever. But they have to deal with it. That's the developers right now. Activision screwed them, and they're going to get backlash, but they got to find a way to let that roll off their shoulders and fall onto the people who are truly responsible for the outcome of Modern Warfare 3's, development cycle. And if they can do that, that might actually be some good fight back for once. And hopefully Microsoft will see what happened with Modern Warfare 3, and that will never reoccur again, where the developers have to be crunched so harshly to the point that, it's probably the worst, most chaotic, development cycle they have ever witnessed in Call of Duty history. But ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to go ahead and go down in the comment section, leave your opinions down below about how you feel about this overall topic. Do you think that Christopher was in the right with his joke? Do you think that was just poking fun? Good fun, not harsh fun? Or do you think that Christopher went a little too far and should have kept it a bit more professional at the Game Awards? Honestly, like I said, I didn't mind it. I chuckled a bit myself. I didn't think it was harsh. I took it pretty well. Maybe it's differently because obviously I didn't work on the game. But I think that it was a good, shots fired moment. It wasn't too harsh. It wasn't saying that the game was garbage. He just said the campaign was short. It's not like he said it was bad or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Activision is basically getting roasted for, rushing the development cycle that made it this short. So all in all, I think it's just 2 thumbs up. But again, I would love to hear your opinions down below. But as always, if you enjoyed, leave a like. If you hated it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell if you want to be notified for more content just like this. And last but not least, we do stream on Kick almost daily. You guys can find the link to that as well as all my other socials down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.